So a construction project like this is dealt with in packages, in easy terms. You have the pre-construction phase, the construction phase, and the post-construction phase. Let's deal with each of those phases in turn. Pre-construction, that's when you're pulling all that information together to enable you to attack that construction project and ensuring that all contractors that are going onto site are going to be safe to do so. As part of that pre-construction phase and the part of the pre-information that you're pulling together are things that will help you determine how you're going to plan the next phase of that project, the construction phase. Asbestos is a big issue in many buildings that were built pre-2000. So that's why we have to consider if your building is built pre-2000, you must ensure and be satisfied that there is no asbestos in that building. And you do that by either pulling information from previous surveys, or you carry out what's called a refurbishment demolition survey, commonly known as an R&D survey. And you get a surveyor in to do your survey. He will go throughout the building and inspect, as far as reasonably and practicable, all the areas that he thinks there is a possibility of asbestos materials in. Once you've got that survey back, it'll tell you what type of asbestos it is, or if we're lucky, it'll say that there's no asbestos. If there is asbestos in the building, you then have to determine how it's removed. Sometimes you have an asbestos material that can be a non-licensed removal, which is an easy removal and doesn't need a licensed contractor to do it. Albeit you do have to do your background checks on the contractor that's doing that sort of removal, because you have to ensure that they've got the right training and the insurance in place to be able to do that satisfactorily. If you have a licensed asbestos removal to be dealt with, then that's a different level, and that's a HSE license to remove it, and can be quite expensive. So it's really important that you have your R&D survey done at the beginning of the pre-construction phase as much as possible, so you've got that planning in place. If you have a licensed asbestos removal that needs to be carried out, you have to consider that there is a 14-day wait for the application to go into the HSE for that removal to take place. So that 14-day you're going to have to build into your program for removal. So that's why the pre-construction phase is very important, to make sure that you get your ducks in line and make sure that it's not going to impact on the construction phase when your contractor is actually doing the work.